Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, guys. So again, I have 2 free picks for you guys today. 7 additional in Masterclass. Yesterday, guys, for the 3rd day in a row, we went 2-0 in free picks. So we're 6-0 over our last 3 days in free picks, and hopefully we keep it going today. Masterclass, same story, guys. Yesterday went 7-3 overall. We had one play from a couple days before, a soccer game that we did end up losing, and I'm going to talk about that in today's segment of the good and the bad. All right, before I do, guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I post new daily free picks videos every single day. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on that bell for notifications. 2 reasons. 1, you want to get the best lines, right? And 2nd, you don't want to miss any of the picks. Okay, so let's talk about the good and the bad yesterday. Okay, so the bad, most decidedly, guys, was the soccer. We had under 2.5 goals. They managed to score 3 goals on 4 shots. Okay, 3 goals on 4 shots. Now, look, even for soccer, that's really bad. So, caught a bit of a bad break there, but we fast forward to the evening for the good, guys, and that is in the Mets game. So, yesterday in the Mets game, guys, we had 2 different plays on the Mets. We had the under 6.5, so dangerous under, but we had under 6.5, and we also had the New York Mets. So the Mets are losing going into the 9th inning. Now, so far, a lot of you guys are probably aware of this. This year, guys, in 9th inning and beyond, when we have leads, we have lost 8 games. 8 games in the 9th inning or worse when we've had a lead, and we've only won once. So, you know, the law of large numbers might dictate that we are due for a win, and that's exactly what we got, guys. We had the Yankees with a 2-run walk-off, not a home run, but 2-run walk-off to get the win there. So not only do we get the under, but we got the Mets as well. And yeah, really, ultimately, a very strong day yesterday, capped off by, you know, locking up our second win with the Miami-Arizona game. As I said, guys, look, great conditions for ball travel, and I think we saw that yesterday. Like, you know, once we got through, like, there was some good pitching early on, no doubt about that. Like, excellent pitching early on, but you know, just the conditions were just too good for ball travel. So you know, pretty easy over in that game. What else we have yesterday? We lost Tampa Bay. We had Tampa Bay as an underdog. Kansas City, Detroit, we had over. That was pretty easy cover. Hockey, guys, we had Washington and Boston. We're just like crushing hockey. Washington and Boston, guys, we had under 5.5. No brainer, easy win. 2 goals scored into the last minute, and then Washington scored finally with 1 minute left to go. Hockey Squirrel and I were talking about that game. We said, look, is there still value on Washington yesterday? Because if you guys saw, Boston sat their entire team. Like, Boston sat everybody. There was basically an AHL team playing against an AHL team. We said, you know, the line went up, though, so dramatically that we ultimately decided that, you know, there probably wasn't value on that game. Now, this was after our card went out and everything, but we were just discussing it because neither one of us picked it. We both decided that there wasn't value. They ended up winning, but in the last minute. So I don't know. Was there value? Wasn't there value? Who knows? Let's get into today's stuff, guys. Again, I have 2 plays for you guys. Masterclass, I have 7 additional plays. If you guys are interested in getting on board with Masterclass, just go to benderwins.com. It is $99 for the entire month. So $3 a day pretty much, guys, and you get my full card of picks every single day. And needless to say, we've been kicking the hell out of baseball and hockey for that matter. We don't do as much NBA anymore, you know. There'll be some odd picks, especially when playoffs come. I'm excited for playoffs. Playoffs is a totally different animal in the NBA. Anyways, benderwins.com, $99 a month if you're interested. We have 7 more plays, and they are all in baseball today. Free picks, guys. I have a hockey play, and I have a baseball play for you guys, okay? If you are a fan of this channel and you are a fan of money, you have to become a fan of unders, okay? I know a lot of people, guys, when, you know, they start betting on sports, you know, you want to bet the over, that late excitement you can get, you know, just hit a dinger, right? I mean, you know, you can't win an under in the first inning, but you can sure as hell lose one, right? And I think that is a lot of why people don't like to bet them. But I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say, Bender, when I started, I hated betting unders. It was terrible, but I enjoy it now. Like, I enjoy, you know, there's a whole different way you can enjoy it. And there absolutely is, right? I mean, at the end of the day, the thing we really want to enjoy is, you know, cashing checks, right? So we are going to take an under today here, though, guys. New York Yankees, we're going to go under 7 plus 100. So we even money on this, guys. Look, if you can get 7.5 at your book for reasonable juice, minus 120, 125, go right ahead. What I'm seeing, guys, is I'm seeing a little bit of inflated juice at 7.5 at a few different books. As high as plus 136. I'm not paying plus 137. I'm paying 36 points of juice for that half run. But if you can get 7.5 at a reasonable amount of juice, by all means, you can go ahead and take that. You could do a bit of a hybrid. But for all intents and purposes, because not everyone can get that, I'm going to give this play out at 7 plus 100 even money on this. Okay, so Yankees under 7, guys. Look, Brad Miller is going to be behind the home plate. 274 times his games have gone under, 223 they've gone over. That's good for 55.1% when he is behind home plate. 2 steam bets on the under, guys. Decent money distribution. Again, in baseball, money distribution is not the be-all, end-all of what we're looking for, but it helps paint a little piece of the story, okay? And in this particular case, guys, 27% of bets, 47% of money on the under in this game, okay? I have 10 system indicators. Now, that might sound like, wow, 10 system indicators, that's crazy. Some of them are redundant, right? Some of them are about, certain umpires. Some of them are about the fact this is at Trop Field. Tropicana Field is a good under ballpark. And then you have a couple that are a combination of under ballpark and under umpire, which we happen to have a good combination there. Good high hitting ROI on that, okay? So, I will say, when you look at those systems, guys, when you have totals of 8, 8.5, the ROIs are higher than when you have a line at 7. But there's still a very good long-term ROI on this, especially considering that we're getting even money, right? So we're going to take the Yankees under 7 plus 100. All right, next, guys. Over to hockey, we have one hockey play. I looked at a few different plays. I'll tell you what I laid off on. Here's what I laid off. I'll tell you this for the simple reason that when they both win, I'll look like an idiot, okay? But I'll tell you what I laid off on. I laid off on the Leafs. I have 3 system indicators on the Leafs. One problem. Ottawa has played the Leafs tough this year. Ottawa has played the Leafs tough, and when you have a look at the steam on this game, I think there's 1 steam bet on the Leafs and like 5 on Ottawa. So which way do I go? Do I want to go with the steam? Do I want to go with my systems? In this case, guys, I laid off. My lean was towards Toronto in this game. But ultimately, I think that they're paying just a little bit too much juice. Still, that line has come down for the Leafs because of all that steam coming on Ottawa. But I think you're still just paying just a little bit too much juice. Ottawa has tuned the Leafs up. The Leafs are a better team. Freddie Anderson's going to be in net. So that used to be a good thing. Not so much right now. But anyways, I'm laying off that one. And then the other one, I don't know. I was reluctant about it. The numbers probably support it, but the LA Kings, both. If I was gonna bet that game, I'll tell you how I'd bet it. I would have bet probably half a unit on the puck line. So giving them the plus 1.5, I'd probably throw a quarter unit on the Kings at whatever they were, plus almost 300. I think they are plus 300. And then I would throw a quarter unit on the minus 1.5, win by 2 goals. I don't know, plus 700 or something like that. But ultimately, I decided to lay off on both those games. I just felt like, the value there was a little thin. And the Kings game in particular, there's no McKinnon. So, I mean, that's a plus. But I don't know. I see like that Colorado team, even without McKinnon, making short work of LA. So maybe I overthink it, but I mean, I think it's LA or nothing. Do not bet on Colorado in that game. I'll put it that way, okay? So, anywho, let's get into what I actually did bet today. All right, guys, we are going to go Minnesota Wild minus 140, okay? Minnesota Wild minus 140. 3 steam bets on it. St. Louis, guys, going to have Ville Husso in net, okay? So Husso's going to be in net for the Blues. This season, guys, he's got a 3.43 goals against average, an 8.86 save percentage. And if you don't know hockey, I'll tell you something. That ain't good. That is not good, guys. Okay, so I like this Wild team. I think this Wild team is they're built for success. I think if they keep their power play going, I think they could go deep in the playoffs. They really could. But again, this is just a mismatch. I see this line being at least 20, 25 points higher, even on the road, especially now that Billy Husso's confirmed in net. Okay, again, 3.43 goals against average. That's terrible. That's not bad. It's terrible. Okay, so that's what we have today, guys. Just the 2 plays. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.